point, you better make sure you back it up with some crazy logic.
And
you know what I mean?
fine, yeah.
Hold on,
but the
BB,
thing
do
is,
you think, hold on, Mike, you've had the microphone for a long time. Do you think you should make room for someone else on the stage who's thoughtful, respectful?
you're welcome to chime in.
Okay, so I agree with everything BB has said. A solution that I favor that hasn't been discussed in this room, I don't think the Palestinians will be ready for 100 years to run their own country, but I don't want Israeli soldiers dying patrolling Gaza. So just don't interrupt me and let me give a humble, well thought out view. I think that the Gaza should be annexed to Saudi Arabia so that Saudi soldiers can be the ones killed by insane Palestinians. Saudi soldiers can build a new society there. And I trust Saudi Arabia to ruthlessly kill all the terrorists. There is no other military in the region that I trust to administer Gaza. God knows I don't trust the Gazans to administer it, and I don't trust the West Bank to administer it. So I humbly suggest that it be annexed to Saudi Arabia, it be demilitarized, thousands of Saudi police officers go there, establish control, and never, ever let the Gazans rule themselves. I'm done.
Well, I think you're onto something there. The only problem is that Saudi Arabia would not be interested. They wouldn't take something like that on. But I think you're right about the issue of a long-term military occupation to root out Hamas. It's going to be painful and expensive and difficult for Israel to do that without allies. And that is kind of one of the Achilles heels of Israel's military policy, is that they never want to work, they never want to have active, allied troops. They want to go in all themselves. And unfortunately, they have a limited population. They took 12,000 casualties in the war so far. A long-term occupation to root out Hamas.
Who took
6,000? Less than 6,000. Go to the.
Well, this is their own numbers.
No, but what do you mean by
I'll give you the exact
This
number.
is all casualties, including deaths and injuries,
Yes, it's
and
less than-
psychological injuries, and
Yes.
Hi, I'd like to respond to Fred, moderators.
Yes. Sure.
Pardon?
I said I wanted to respond to what Fred said about Saudi Arabia taking over the
Can I ask you
Gaza.
a question? Are you recording the room, bro?
Yeah, I'm live streaming myself.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Anybody?
I'd say the plan makes some
Yeah,
sense.
we can hear you, J-Lo.
To get
what's up,
Saudi
BB?
Arabia to bite is
Check it
a tall task.
What's up, J-Lo?
They wouldn't do it the way it's configured today. Israel would have to defeat Hamas, have them basically on the ropes or symbolically leaving Gaza or something, and then you could potentially bring in some other allies, and then have Israel as like a rapid reaction force. It's very similar to a plan developed.
What's wrong with giving them a home? Like, I don't believe Egypt or Jordan is I believe that's too close. It's dangerous for Israel. Hold on, bro. Like, fuck, man. You got a trigger waiting to, you don't even listen. Like, sending them to a different part of the world, well, maybe 1,000 miles away, where they're not an immediate threat, and giving them the life that they're so-called screaming that they want. Giving them their homes where they can make jobs and be productive participants in society, as opposed to putting them next door where they're there biting their fucking nails, wondering how they can make a missile to shoot it into Israel. And then they're going to be in a structured society where it's going to be easy for them to obtain missiles, easy for them to fucking create chaos, easy for them to target Israeli civilians and terrorize the lives of Israelis. I think it's too much of a risk. And I don't believe patrolling them is going to do anything. That's going to just create a propaganda war that's even worse than what we have, saying then they're going to be able to say it even harder. Look, now we're being occupied. Now we're being oppressed. I think they need to relocate to a proper fucking place.
Okay, so just to get the data, hold on one second, just to get the data right. One second.
Why don't you let me respond?
Hold on, I just want to get the data right. As a